Hi, welcome to Shirley's cooking channel. Today we're making Hungarian beef stew. This is one of my favorite beef dishes. The beef is cooked fork tender. The stew is thick, beefy, with a hint of bitter sweetness from the caraway seeds. And I'm adding my own little twist in my version today. And I'm also going to make some mashed potato to go with it. Here are all the ingredients that we're going to have. First, I have about 1 pound of beef. I'm going to cut it into medium-sized cubes. Don't cut it too small because it shrinks after cooking. But if you're in a hurry and want to save time, you can cut it into smaller cubes. Then we're going to dice about half a large onion, or 1 medium-sized one. Heat up some oil in a pan. When the oil is hot, put in the beef cubes one by one. Let them sizzle in the pan over high heat. When one side has turned golden brown, flip each piece one by one to sear the other side. When the other side has also turned golden brown, set them aside. Now throw in the onion. Stir fry over medium-low heat. The onion will soak up all the leftover goodness from the beef. We want to let the onion caramelize a bit. It takes some time to achieve that, so we can prepare our spice blend in the meantime. Get 1 teaspoon caraway seeds, 1 teaspoon coriander seeds, and 1 teaspoon black peppercorns. Grind them into powder. Here I'm using a mortar and pestle. If it's too much trouble for you, you can use a coffee grinder, rolling pin, a knife, or even put them in a bag and jump up and down on them. How you torture your spices is entirely up to you. Now we return to our onion, and it should have turned into a nice caramelized color. Now pour in the spice mix. Stir fry over medium-low heat until you smell the fragrance of the spices. Now squeeze in about 1 tablespoon of our friend tomato puree. Mix it in well. Then add about 1 tablespoon of our friend paprika. You can also add in a bit of smoked paprika to add smokiness. After the paprika is well mixed in, it's time to open a bottle of red wine. No, we're not going to drink it. We're going to pour enough into our pan to immerse the mixture. Now turn the heat up to medium-high to cook off the alcohol a bit. Pop our beef back in. And transfer the whole thing into a stewing pot. Now we'll cut up some veg. Cut 1 carrot roughly into big chunks. Get about 10 olives and halve them. Yes, stuffed olives are fine. As always, we mince about 5 or 6 cloves of garlic. On medium heat, add the carrot and olives into the mixture. Add in enough water to cover everything. Turn the heat up to high and add in our garlic. Throw in 2 pieces of bay leaves. Here we've got some giant mutant ones. Put the lid on and keep boiling it over high heat. When it's brought to a boil, turn the heat to low. And we're going to stew it for about 1.5 hours. It's a long time for us to wait for something to happen. So we're going to chop up some more veg for later. Roughly dice half a red bell pepper. Do the same with half a green bell pepper. Get 6 mushrooms and slice them. and that took us about 10 minutes. To kill more time, we're going to make our mashed potato. Here are all the ingredients that we're going to need. First, cut 3 potatoes roughly into cubes. They don't have to be even sizes. Then finely mince 1 sprig of spring onion. Then cut up some butter. You can use a lot of butter or a little, depending on how evil you want your mashed potato to be. Throw the potato cubes and butter into a microwavable bowl. Cover the bowl with cling film and pop it into the microwave for about 8 to 10 minutes. After the time is up, remove the cling film. Be careful of hot steam bursting out. Get a fork or potato masher and mash away. When it turns into the mashed potato that you're familiar with, add the chopped spring onion and sprinkle some black peppercorns on top. Mix it well and voila! Mashed potato made in no time. After about 1.5 hours, we go back to our stew. Turn the heat back on high and throw in our mushroom and red and green peppers. Get some dried or fresh thyme and sprinkle about half a teaspoon in. Put the lid back on and stew over medium-low heat for another 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, we pull the bay leaves out. Taste the stew for salt. And finally, check the beef for tenderness. Look at that. It's so tender and falls apart on the fork. So this is my Hungarian beef stew recipe. Unlike the traditional version, I added in some coriander seeds. Its citrusy flavor went very well with the licorice taste of the caraway seeds. Give it a try if you're interested, or you can just skip the coriander seeds and do it the old-fashioned way. I won't sneer at you. Ladle it over our mashed potato. Mouth-watering. Enjoy! Green pepper.
Onion.
Onion.
Yes, they've seen an onion before. Worcester sauce.
Get me some Worcester sauce.
Now you need to point at everything again.
Or
because you've introduced extra stuff. Like the Liam Perrin sauce, people will think it's weird if it suddenly appears out of nowhere. They'll think, huh? Where did that come from? I'm getting hungry.
It's almost done. Oh wait. I need to take the filter first.